Yeah, you can see into the water. Oh.
There it goes. Why? Why? Can we get across with that tree? Look, it's a duck. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another abundant adventure coming up. Continuing on the Northville Placid Trail, going to Wakely Dam from Piseco. And we are going to stop at Spruce Lake and then go up to Cedar Lake. And then after Cedar Lake, we're going to continue our way up to either the Kerry Lean-To or we'll finish the trail out that day. We're supposed to get a ton of rain on Monday, so we're hoping to crank out the first 2 days pretty good and then be able to slow down if we need to during the rain. Unfortunately, we do not have the full crew here, but we do have Tim and Grayson, and we're missing one person that was going to come, Britt. She quit on us because
She's got one in the oven.
Yeah, buddy. So the AA crew is officially pregnant.
We're pregnant.
We're pregnant. Yeah, it just doesn't stop with the water. I don't even think this is a trail anymore. It's just a river. Look at this.
The Northville Placid River.
Yeah, the Northville Placid River. That's right.
Well, if we see trout, I'm stopping.
All right, status update. Just made it to Fall Stream. This is what you get when you stay here. Got your water source down there. Plenty of flat spots. And this is what we got. We're going to take a break right here. Wild Zora. Having myself a little snackaroo here. Trail's been pretty tough. It's just been sloppy. All water. It's basically following a stream all the way up here so far. But we're about halfway to get to Spruce Lake, which is really what we wanted to do anyway. So I'm actually kind of happy about where we're at for time-wise. And I feel pretty good. My feet are already soaking wet. But what are you going to do? They'll dry out hopefully tonight. So we're making good time. Check in with you a little bit later and let you know how things went. Well, this is much better trail. We've been hiking this type of a trail for, I don't know, better part of half a mile maybe. Not even, but it is actually a trail. No longer NPT stream, so hopefully we can make up some time. The NPT river is back. Oh yeah. Well, we had a little reprieve for maybe a mile and now we're back at it. Yuck. Alright, made it to Jessup River. Whew. Tough hike so far. Just real muddy. Lots of water. And I'm sure you'll see it in the video. But anyway, we're not doing too bad spirit-wise because legs are feeling pretty good. We're not really too banged up as far as tiredness. It's just our feet are getting pretty good and wet. But yeah, this spot's not bad. Here's where you got your fire, and you're actually right on the water, which is real nice. But it's not a big camp spot, so you kind of got to work to find some decent hang trees, but can definitely work for a small group. Again, this is Jessup River. Yeah, you just end up getting soaked. Yeah. Right through the water.
Gonna be wet.
So, right after, we just crossed that. That's the campsite right there that we were just at, filling up. But this is the actual campsite. See right here, they got the sign. Mud. Yeah. This has been the entire trail. And my feet show it. Wow. That's a sight for sore eyes. Just having dry trail. Actual trail. No boulders. No nothing. Just trail. Whew. Yeah. Just got to lean-to number 1. And it is just a sloppy mess. Imagine trying to make that work. Oh. Yeah, we're moving on. Spruce Lake. Got a little setup here. I'm over behind there, orange. Tim's over here. But the lean-to's right here. And unfortunately, there is a large group. See all their stuff over there. A large, quiet group. So I've tucked myself right here. Kind of tough to find a spot, but luckily, right next to it is a little campsite here. So we did pretty good. Tim's trying to deal with all the trees over here. I had to do the same thing where I was at, but worked out okay. It is beautiful here, but the clouds are a little menacing. Relaxing in my chair right now. I'm about to put some new fresh socks on. Eventually go over to my hammock and get in some new underwear and actually be nice and clean and fresh for the night. But it was a tough day, real tough. It's probably 7:30 right now, right? Yeah. So yeah, real quick, the trail conditions. I mean, it could have been from all the rain that happened probably 2-3 days ago. But the trail was basically a river the whole way, minus like a couple hundred yards every once in a while. That was nice. So the other thing is lots of rocks, lots of boulders. Everything's kind of up and down. It was not an enjoyable trail, really. But hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. For now, I'm going to doctor up my feet and get ready for some dinner. And I probably won't film much tonight, just because we're beat, and I'm probably going to go to bed pretty early. Tomorrow, we've got to deal with some rain forecasted, I think, for the afternoon. So we're hoping to boogie on out of here pretty early anyway. But we also don't want to follow this 7-person group. That's where we're at for right now. I'll see you in the morning. Alright, good morning everybody. Sorry I didn't really film much this morning, but that group was still there. I really didn't want to be filming them, and everybody was real quiet this morning, so we got up probably about 6:30. I woke the guys up. I don't know if they were too happy with me about that, but I really wanted to get on the trail today. The funny thing is, they actually were done and on the trail before I was, so I'm about maybe 2 minutes behind them. I don't know, we're hoping for a trail that's not going to beat us up as bad as it did yesterday. I don't mind going through some mud, but just a river got old. Our feet are still wet because our shoes never were able to dry out last night. So, all right, check in with you a little later. Let's go. Well, we found a water crossing that does not have a bridge. Because apparently no watering crossing ever has a bridge anymore. And that's what you're waiting to get pulled down into. It's gonna be great. Oh, is that cold? Oh man.
It's like Oregon Trail.
Just swim across. Just got to be careful. You don't want to end up downstream. Oh yeah. That's how it's done. That's a professional. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see into the water. Oh.
There it goes.
How did that come off? You had them in four-wheel drive. There it goes. We might be able to find it. No, that baby's gone.
That sucks. That was quick enough to take my shoe off. Came across and my shoe came off, and immediately everybody's like, well, we got your trail name, so they're probably going to call me Solo Shoe or something like that. One Croc. One of the two. But yeah, now I don't have camp shoes, so what are you going to do?
Might as well throw the other one in.
Yeah. All right. I'm having some food. I'll cry a little bit and then move on. It is what it is. All right, we made it to South Lake. Weather's holding up. Everything looks good out there so far. We are beat up. Beat up. But it is beautiful out here. Got my feet feeling a little bit better now that I got my socks and shoes off for a little bit. Gonna let them air out. Probably have to put some Luco tape or something on there. But yeah, this is kicking all of our butts, really. So definitely, when you come out to do this section, just know it's more challenging than the first couple of sections we've done. And we've only done, I think, 5 miles today. And we got another 5.5, I think, right? 5.5, 6, almost 6.5. Okay, so we got a while to go. But the weather has turned for the better. I just did a weather update with my InReach. I'm so glad I have that thing. And looks like it's only a 10% chance of rain all day. So it turned from us having to worry about it after noon to basically we're good for the rest of the day. Then tomorrow, it was supposed to be a washout, completely 100%. Now it's only a 30-40% chance. So we might be able to actually hike tomorrow and not be miserable the entire time. So that'll be good.
Extra miserable.
Oh, extra miserable. So, all right, I got to get some food in me. Why? Why? Just went through where the beaver activity is. Right after that lake, right after lunch, we had our feet all dry. Literally no way to get through there without pounding your feet into the terrible muck and water. Oh, right out of the gate. I thought we were going to have dry feet for a little while. Oh, terrible, terrible luck. Oh well. Back at it. Just another day in paradise, I guess. Alright, well, we are now at another river crossing where we've got to figure out how to get across without getting soaked deep enough that you don't want to just trudge through. Oh, Tim almost went down. Can we get across with that tree? Look, it's a duck. That's a loon. Just got over that water crossing, and then we come to this. There's no trail. It's just water. It's a beaver pond. Look at them. You gotta just walk in it. Look at. Awesome. Just got through West Canada Lake stream or whatever, and went past that. Then we had all the beaver activity that's right after it, and it's, I mean, no matter how you slice it, you're wet the whole way through this trail. I mean, my feet were submerged multiple times in everything. We just got past that section, and now it's a little bit better. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If you want to come out here, look, this is it right there. And you got to try to either skirt around it or just go through. A lot of times you end up just having to go through. All right, we got another 2 miles to go, and we'll begin to the lean-to for the night. So hopefully this doesn't go too bad, but that's where we're picking our way through. 2 more miles, let's go. We found ourselves some moose poo. Look at that, huge. If Shug was here, he'd be trying to throw them in the air, juggle them. Pretty neat. There's moose out here. We made it. Nobody's dead. We want to be dead, but we did make it. And nobody's at this lean-to. Oh, I was praying. I was just praying, please, Lord, nobody be at that lean-to. And there's nobody here. Look at this. We are actually out in the middle of nowhere. In the mountains. Beautiful. I'll get some other views later, but for now, I think we're going to go do some swimming. Alright, we got the spread going. Everybody's getting fed. I cannot wait. That's going to be so good tonight. One of my favorites. And then while I wait, oh yeah, that's the ticket right there, fellers. That's the ticket. Get you one of them. We'll be putting that on there on the bottom. My wife made me this little tin right here, so it's got a bunch of good Vaseline. I don't know, some gunk on there that she made me that just makes my feet feel awesome after they've been destroyed. So I'll be putting this on there for sure. Alright, we're cleaning up. Getting packed up. All I did was get up, have a little bit of food. I'm already got my stuff broken down over there. Still got to clean this up. Well, we're all packed up, getting ready to go. We got 10 and a half miles to do today because we want to just be out of here. We are already crushed, so wish us luck. Hoping that the rain holds out for a little while at least, and we get some miles in. It's a lot harder out here. I know, you're sitting at home watching this on the big screen, and you think this is the easiest thing ever. And it's just a little water, just a little mud, but I don't know. It's tougher when you're out here and you do this multiple days in a row. So, but this is lean-to number 1 actually. So going northbound, you go 3, 2, 1. But this is that one little spot. Not too much for hammock trees. And there's a spot to get down to your water source down there. So, alright, there's the dam, Cedar River Dam, and it's starting to rain. Yuck. Why can't all the trail be at least like this? I mean, yeah, this isn't exactly walk in the park either, but at least it's not mud and a river and rocks, just roots. We went about 5.5 miles, just crushing the morning, and then we ran into this. This is where it's just gonna suck.
We had to get a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh well. Oh. Yeah. That's what you do here. Awesome. Alright, made it to Cary Lean-To. Crushed miles. Now it's time for a little break. Let's see if there's hammock spots back here. Oh, this is where the crapper is, never mind. Oh, right up there. So that's where you would probably want to set up your hammock and everything. Right next to the crapper, unfortunately. I think that's a crapper. Here's the way to get your water. You just go through this little trail up to the lean-to. And you can get your water right here, so. Alright, had ourselves a quick lunch. Grayson's trying to find socks in his pack that he said was easily accessible and is now taking about 20 minutes to find. Once he does that, we can gear up and get out of here for another 4.4 miles. I think we did 6.1 miles this morning in, what, 2.5 hours? Yeah. 2.5 hours, so we were cranking. More fun. This is all beaver activity here. Made this all wet out. They break the dams that they make, but they can only keep up with it. The beavers just keep doing it over and over. So this is not that bad though. Now that it's all dried out a little bit. Well, we just came out, did the registry. Just so you know, you can park down here. So, did not know that. I guess we got another mile or so to go because we got to do this road walk. Alright, we did it. Made it out. It's just the road walk left. So, Hey, I just want to say thanks for watching all my video, guys. I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate all the likes and comments I get. And if there's something you want to see in the videos, let me know.
You want to see Shug?
Yeah, Shug, we all want you to comment. Well, mainly me. So, anyway, this was a tough section. I have to say the first 2 days really were a butt kicker. This last day still is tough. Oh, here comes a car. Still is tough, but not quite as bad as the other days. All right, hey, till next time, get out there and hike. See ya.